Going to jump in. I actually sent some energy healing your way. I know you didn't visually see it, but I did it. I just feel like I just need to give everybody a bit of an energy healing at the moment. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but you know why. Thank you so much again for joining me. If you do, I can see a few people there just waiting for the chat to come through. Today's going to be a little bit different again because energy changes every single day, but I feel like I'm going to be addressing a specific type of audience today, so this may not suit everybody. I feel like it's going to be more of a coaching, mentoring kind of sesh, if I'm honest. So if it's done live, it's done live, but you get to come back and watch the replay if you feel inclined. What else was I going to say? I keep got that song in my head. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I can't think of the artist off the top of my head. I shared it probably a week or so ago. Oh, good morning, Rosalie. Good to see you again. So I think I'm going to offer, like I really felt like I needed to do a type of an energy healing for a lot of you. Morning, Ben. Morning, Lisa. Here you come. Whoosh, get in the gate. I feel like I got my flag up. Oh shit, where do I even start? So yeah, I did a bit of an energy healing, a little bit of an energy clearing, all that sort of jazz before I jumped on here. Spirit specifically wanted me to focus on one area because obviously I can go off in 25 different tangents because everybody needs something different. Oh, hello, Annette. Oh, that's all right. You've got a life too. You're all busy. You know, like I say, it's always a replay. Always a replay. Ah, good day, Denise. Good day. I'm glad you chose to pop in here. Yay, Tracy. It's so good to see ya. Good morning, Jade. I'm elated that all you guys are here too. Absolutely elated. Yeah, as I was sort of driving around today and listening to podcasts and all that, I had a source of inspiration as to what to talk about because I can go on and on and on about how the collective energies are and give you psychic insight and all that to it. But if people really don't know what to do, oh, good morning, Kim. Have you put your phone on Do Not Disturb? No, just kidding. Oh, excellent, Tracy. Thanks for that. Thanks for the feedback because yeah, it makes me feel like my time is being received, time and energy is being received, so that's awesome. Yeah, I keep getting distracted. You keep distracting me, people. Good morning. Yeah, Tika, that's all good, darling. Most people only have half an hour, and this session may not, it depends on who jumps on and whatever, but this session may not go for too long today anyway, because I think I've pretty much covered where the energies are at the moment. We're clearing out karmic cycles. We're coming into a brand new cycle for ourselves. We are hopefully regrouping, recalibrating and recentering ourselves and doing all that positive juju. But there's not much more I can say about that. I was going to jump on and do the same thing tomorrow, but I'm taking the weekend off again, so I won't be back on Sunday morning. So I'm going to do the collective reading for the week ahead, which is the energies for the week ahead, tomorrow instead in our 1 hour live at 10 o'clock. So, oh, did you really, Annette? Oh, hello, Rose. And it's actually funny you say that, Annette, because that's perfect validation for what Spirit want me to get on and talk about today. Because like I say, I can say the energies are doing this and you got to do this and do this and do that and do that. And people are like, oh, fucking whoa. But as you know, I'm here to help those who want to help themselves. Spirit really want me to more dedicate this little session to those who maybe can acknowledge that they're kind of people pleasers. They're the type of people that, you know, are so beautiful to the heart and their soul, and they literally just want the best for everybody, that go above and beyond to help or be there or do things for other people. Some people do this more so out of a active type of energy where they don't want to feel alone, they don't want to feel abandoned, they don't want people to not like them, they think they're going to miss out on something, they've got a bit of FOMO, anything. Like your reason is your reason as to why you may overcompensate towards others in your life. Self-confessed addict, now stepping out of it. Because I do firmly believe, and you'll always hear me say that life is an energy exchange. But for the purpose of today, I want to touch on that a little bit. I've got my love cards in my hand. So this is going to be touched around love, and maybe if you are looking for love, what's actually going to come in for you. But, and I wish I'd stop saying Yeah, and you're doing a great job, Denise. You're learning to do the same, and you're doing a great job, because I know you, Denise, obviously. And what I love about it is that you're taking your knowledge and you're taking our influence and you're taking Spirit's wisdom and you're actually applying it step by step by step as you go. It's not like you can't just, it's not like ripping off the Band-Aid and, oh yeah, my wound's all fixed, that type of thing. It takes practice, and it's taken me a lot of time. But in recent years, especially after the passings of my loved ones, this people pleasing in me has really been ramped up, because I actually come to my full awareness of how much I do for other people and how little I ever receive in return. Part of it is because I had my own blockages, but part of it was because I had an expectancy that everybody else would just be kind, nice and thoughtful and all that, and would just do that. But, you know, it proved not to be the case. So that's why over the last few years, me, myself, have come back to me. And, you're a people pleaser, Tracy? Well, you obviously made it here for a reason today. Hey, Johnny. So you restrict messages now, and I'm curious as to what they were. All good, Denise. So yeah. So if you are a self-confessed people pleaser, that's just that you find more safety, security and stability in giving to others for whatever reason that is. I'm hoping today that we might be able to just shift that for you a little bit, shift that little, give you a bit of a different perspective. Yeah, so Johnny's had it with that. He's not doing it anymore either. Hey, Wendy. Was it? So yeah, this is for you guys, and I'm just gonna drop something for you and see if it lands. Pretty much, that's what today's about. But once I go through with that, I want to back it up with a real life spiritual practice that you can do to sort of back up the message. Something that you can actually do in the physical world. Hi, Bonnie. That you can, I'll show you my own process. Let's just say that. I'll show you my own process of what I do. Obviously, the better that you know yourself, the better this process will go for yourself, and the better that you want better for yourself, the better this process will go for you. So it's not going to be for everybody. A lot of people will just look at this and yawn and go, okay, and that's cool too. But I'm here for you guys. I'm here. All right. So like I say, I can't think of the artist's name off the top of my head, and I probably should, but when I tap into this sort of channeling type energy, it eludes me. But I kept hearing that song, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. If you go back and check out my post, I think I shared it about a week ago or a week or two ago. I'm still learning to use my bubble of protection. Awesome, awesome. And this will be information that you may call upon later on when you shift out of that necessity to protect yourself, darling. So, hello Christine again, good to see you. So go check out that song and have a listen to it. It's called It's Okay. It's about it was sung by a beautiful young lady who unfortunately passed from cancer. So I can't think of her name at the top of my head. But anyway, go and have a listen to that song and just chill into it for a little bit, just to help soothe your energy and your emotions just a little bit more. Oh, thanks, Cheryl. Yeah, it is intense. I literally jumped on earlier and I did a bit of an energy channeling before I jumped on. So, because I knew the energies that were going to come at me, but I know where Spirit wanted everyone's energies to sort of be directed to. So thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. So go listen to that song, It's Okay. And I've got notes. I'll show you my notes. And I could have kept writing, but I ran out of time. But I'm sure they'll take over once I finish the writing part. Okay, so I want you to accept this message from Spirit if you want. Nightbird, that's it. I was thinking birdie, 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 birdie. Thanks, Lisette. Thank you. So listen to that song. And what Spirit wanted me, they were talking through me this morning. It was so powerful, and I received so much peace and tranquility from it myself. So they want you to know that it's okay for you to want what you want. So a lot of people feel like they don't deserve or don't believe that they can get it or whatever it is that they want. So Spirit really wants you to know right now that it's okay for you to want what you want. It's not greedy. It's not selfish. We came here to this planet to learn new things, to experience contrast, to do the energy work and shift our thoughts and practices and all that as we go along. You'll do it to the day you croak it. And you came here birthed with desire, the desire for more, the desire to want better for yourself. And I know a lot of you are feeling that desire right now, but you don't know where the hell to start. So that's what this one's going to be about. They want you to know that it's okay if other people don't want you or don't want what you have to offer or your value. So that's a really, really big self-actualization thing. Belief that we would love to impart on you, that it's okay if people don't want you. You know what I mean? Hey Dan, good to see ya. So this isn't going to be an easy thing because a lot of us have had experiences throughout our lives, and the older you get, 48 years of it, the older you get, the more that feels that needs to be unraveled. But when it comes to the law of attraction, we don't need to unravel anything. We need to use our thought processes more empoweredly, more in alignment with who we really are. And in turn, they will create our own belief systems, because just because your parents or your family or ex-partners or anyone installed a certain thoughts upon you, and in turn you believed it, I've got a feeling that you don't believe what other people have told you in the past, what other people have said to you in the past, all that sort of jazz, and you don't know what to do with that. So it's about, when I always say, get on here and I say it's about finding peace with where you are, you've got to honour yourself enough and value yourself enough and know that you are worthy of everything that you want. So it's okay to want what you want, and if other people don't want you, they don't honour or respect the value that you bring to the table, or anything of that nature, we need to find peace with that. And the way that we find peace with that is by doing the self-care, the self-love work. The only time that anybody else outside of ourselves has any influence over us, and like I say, it doesn't matter who the connection is because in some ways we believe what they're saying. So that's just something to think about. They wanted you to know that it's okay to love and care for others regardless of what they're doing. That is a big one. That's what I'm landing in at the moment. I find I'm very proud of myself, and I've said that a couple of times on lives and stuff over here. I'm proud of myself because the expectation for others to change is now gone. The animosity and agitation on how others have treated me in the past, it's now dissipated. It still rears its little ugly head every once in a while, but it's dissipated. And for once in my life, I'm not people-pleasing others so I can get some type of emotional, mental, or stimulation from it. I do it because I love myself. And I know that the more I love myself and the more high vibrational that I am, I will manifest exactly what it is that I'm calling out for. So it's okay to love and care for others, but that doesn't mean you have to hang out with them. It doesn't mean that you have to be in a relationship with them. It doesn't matter. You don't have to work for them, whatever the scenario is. You need to know that it's okay to love and care for others without, love and care for others, but don't go for don't move away from what you want in this life. They also said it's okay to remove anything or anyone who doesn't honour your value. I said that. And you want to start honouring those people, places, things in your life that actually add value to your life. So if you're not, it depends on where you are in your energetic stream, but if I was in your physical shoes right now, unless you go to therapy and do the intense work that's attached to any sort of people-pleasing ways, because it can be a psychological, psychiatric kind of chronic thing that's got going on. I'm just talking for those who just, they are where they are. If people aren't adding value to your life, if they're not offering you an equal energy exchange, whether this is time, whether this is attention, whether this is you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, equal energy exchange, it's okay for you to say, well, I'm sorry, but that it's not filling my cup. You're not filling my cup. That's not filling my cup. I'm not finding joy in this anymore. It's about saying okay to the emotion of whatever you're feeling right now. So you'll hear me, like I said, when we go back to the actual collective thing, we're in karmic cycles right now, and it's really hard for me as a reader. I've had to stay off a lot of the platforms and stuff like that because people, I just know what's best for people. I can't help it. I know what's for their highest good. And I can see the choices and the decisions they're making or what they're doing. And I'm just like, oh no, don't do that. Or, oh, what are you doing? Oh, that's going to be a tough cycle. That's going to end anyway. So what are you, but that's not my place. I can't go and do that or change anybody's whatever. But in saying that, I think I said that out loud, really, because you guys really need to stop focusing on what everyone else is doing at the moment as well. Me before we. Flip the W over and take care of you before others. I love that, Dan. Perfectly said. Perfectly said. So, so please take a look at your life right now. And go within your heart and know, because I feel like I want to cry now because I know this is going to be very, very painful and very, very hard for a lot of people to do. But you need to know that it's okay and you can still love everybody where they are, even if they're not bringing value into your life. They're not doing anything wrong. There is no wrong or right. And you're not doing anything wrong or right if you start taking care of yourself and knowing it's okay for you to want what you want. So, clear out the dead wood, all right? So, then they said it's okay to want a better job. It's okay to want a more relaxed, calm lifestyle. It's okay to want more stability and more security in your life. But listen, guys, in this energy at the moment, if you're holding on to artificial things, people from the past, thoughts and behaviors from the past, whatever it is, in the hope or the expectancy that you can change them or you can people please them or accept that they can, be a bit of an energy vampire and take heaps from you but not give you anything in return, you need to address it. You need to address it. And the way that you address it is by soothing yourself, by coming back to yourself and saying, you know what, it's about me now and it's okay for me to know what I want. It's okay. Because the more that I want, and want sometimes feels greedy for people. It just take the word very loosely, okay? Let's change thank you. They just said let's change the word to desire. So they're instructing me what to say now. Thank you. It's okay to have your own desires. And it's okay to say no to things that do not match up with that desire. And it's okay to know that there is no right or wrong in that. If people can't be happy for you moving forward, if people can't stand back and encourage you and nurture you and actually say, yes, that's the best thing for you, go for it. If you can't get that support or that belief from other people, especially, because that's mainly what humans rely on, if you're not getting from that, it's just not your person. It's just not your people. Hey, Bruce Wayne. Resonate. I have resentment for my ex. I can't explain it, but I care and wish I could help him with trauma, but it's his decision to heal. Exactly. So this message is coming home to the likes of Lisette, the likes of me, who is a healer. And that's why I just shared that thing that I can't even get on social media platforms. I can't get online and do it because I can't help everybody, if that makes sense. So it's okay to come back to you and your desires. I'm going to help you in a sec in how I can, in a short time frame. Lisette, if you're interested, I've got a few other people that I've been helping with ex-partners and stuff like that. I'm thinking about doing like a little Zoom classroom thing. So if that interests you, keep an eye out for that, because it's really, really important that you also refuse, you guys, to allow past experiences, the people, the experience itself, to live rent-free in your head, in your heart, in your emotions, in your physical space. You know, it's not a free ride. The only thing that's free in this life is love. That's the only thing that really is free. But people don't see freedom in that. People see love as being so conditional. They, you know, love is spending money on people. Love is people pleasing, doing too much for everybody else. Oh, wait a minute. We don't talk about the Batcave. Oh, I'm missing what everyone's saying at the moment. Yeah. So I can help you with that because I've pretty much accomplished that energy within myself. Oh, really, Bruce? Yeah, where was I? So sorry if I neglect your comments just for a sec. I've got to keep in this mind. Not this mind. So I'm not ignoring yous. So yeah, let's just start again by saying it's okay to want what you desire right now, and you are being heavily, heavily guided to focus on that right now. I'm literally holding my stomach now because I feel like a lot of this is taking you on. You're either feeling sick, you got nauseous, it could be sacral chakra, something going on. You may want to pay attention to that area. But if I can implore anybody right now or guide anyone in any certain direction right now, it's to come back to yourself and know that it's okay to desire what it is that you desire. And if people, places, things around you don't add value to your life, excuse me, oh Jesus, don't add value to your life or anything like that, then you need to address that and just say, well, thanks for the experience leading up until now. Because of you, I learned this and I learned that and did this and did that and all this sort of stuff. And I'm finding peace with where I am, and I'm just going to start moving forward right now. I've got an affirmation that you can write down. I might post it. I love my great country, and let there be peace in your soul. Thank you. I am fully at peace with where I am, and I'm eager for more. A couple more things. They also said it's okay if you don't have everything all figured out right now. I don't know how many times I said that to my private clients this week. I was sitting in their energy and I could feel them like all scattered all over the place. And I was just like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. What we would love for you all to do is to figure out what you desire. Figure out what you desire. I've actually counseled a couple of couples over the last couple of weeks as well. And I love that. I love spiritual couples, man. You know, those who get this kind of stuff and actually work from a soul connection rather than just this 3D bullshit, you know. And an answer to all these couples. So feel free to book in for a session with me if you do still want to. But I'm going to give you one answer to everybody when it comes to your intimate connections and stuff like that. A lot of people don't forget that even if you're in a relationship or you're coupling up with someone, you are going through your own little soul expansions at all times. You are here for your own journey, you know, and you've got to kind of allow your partner the freedom and the flexibility and the maturity and the understanding that sometimes they don't want to be around you all the time. Sometimes you can't change who you are to suit that other person. That's why a lot of people come at loggerheads a whole lot when it comes to connections. You can apply this to family members and that as well because it's one energy stream. But when it comes to intimate connections, because it seems to keep coming up, you've got to step into it that you're not each other's teacher and student. You kind of are energetically, but you're not. That's not your role. And what the overall message for the couples was, okay, well, you're here and you're here, but let's put your souls back together again, find peace with where you are in a trustful, loyal, authentic way. But what does your next 3 to 6 to 12 months look like as a couple? You know, what does it look like? And that's that collective collaboration that was required for those. I'll see you, Denise. Thanks, darling. Okay, Bruce. Oh, okay. Yeah. Where was I? Bruce just threw me off. Yeah, when it comes to intimate connections, just understand that. Okay, let's talk about the ones that didn't work out. The ones who are trying to muddle their way through, you need to have an end game. You need to have an end goal that you both are working towards. And you'll know it because it'll feel ambitious and it'll feel exciting and it'll feel like adrenaline. So you'll know you're on the right path. But for those who are releasing exes, releasing people from the past, or anyone who has been a major cause and effect in their life, the way that you do release them, because you deserve better for yourself, is you've got to love them for they are. To see the bigger picture, you've got to. My version of it is I thank them. I thank them. First, I don't give them permission to live rent-free in my head, mind, and whatever anymore. 2, I choose to feel better and better each day, and the way that I do that is by not focusing on them. Don't focus on them. What I choose to focus on is the lesson that they gave me. If people settled their energy enough or went to therapy and come back to self, because I know the psychological brain does need some type of understanding, but at the end of the day, you cross paths with everyone in your life as a lesson. Some people, it's not just a lesson and it turns into a blessing, but it's a lesson of some sort. So you need to look back at that time together and have a look at where you were at vibrationally. If you break up with someone, separate from someone or anything like that, that's just because you guys weren't in alignment. Some people do some really douchebag things, and I'm not sort of talking about those ones that cheat, lie, steal, harm, hurt, or whatever. Let's just get them out of the picture. They need to go anyway. But for those who were just fighting and bickering and they just weren't getting on the same page, that's typically because no one was willing to surrender. They wanted the other person to validate each other's feelings and all that sort of stuff. But there's a lesson in that for you. Maybe the lesson for you was that your self-esteem wasn't high enough at that time and you settled for a sloppy second. Maybe you settled for behaviour that you know you are worthy more of. Maybe the biggest regret and the biggest annoyance is your role in it. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what you're more angry about. I know that's what I was most angry about. Everything that I've done leading up to this point, I've now realised that I'm more angry at myself because my intuition knew better, because my soul was telling me to go one way and I didn't want to go for so many different reasons. I was actually really, really more pissed off at myself But because I wasn't willing to address that anger and that agitation and that annoyance and the fact that I would be of allowance of that type of thing, to settle for that type of thing, I projected it onto them. So I turned around and said, well, it's all you. It's all you. You're a douchebag. You're a douchebag and you're this and you're that. I don't name call anymore, but that's how I was back in the day. It's because of you. It's because of you I feel like this. It's because of you. It's not true. They were a wonderful catalyst. They were actually a really, really wonderful catalyst to show you what you do want, what you do desire, what you do deserve, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I hope that made sense. For me, it was loneliness. Jack of a community. I was already doing the work to heal childhood trauma. Well, that's perfect, darling. Perfect. So it's about, and it probably still is. It probably still is. And I find this a lot, Lisette, and that's why I go and get my own therapy as well. It's about addressing the loneliness that you feel. Wow, spot on, exactly what I've been feeling. See, I love it, that spirit of getting me to come on here and just address what needs to be addressed for who needs it for. Yeah. So Lisette, can I just, and like I say, I'm only reading your words, I'm reading your energy, so I'm going to give you a response to your energy because that's what I'm here for. So when you said I was already doing the work to heal childhood trauma, we have to be mindful of that too, because there's healing childhood trauma through the help of maybe a psychologist or psychiatrist or whatever, but there's also picking our energy up, our precious energy from where it is, picking it up and putting it back into that trauma. Because on an energy sense and an emotional sense, you're activating that. So a lot of people who have a lot of childhood trauma, they need a specialist with them to work with them with that. You can't just go to a cacao ceremony and you can't just go and get a Reiki session and you can't just isolate yourself either. You need a trained professional, it depends on how deep, to sort of work you through that so you do experience growth and expansion. Not just, I'll do this, it'll put a Band-Aid fix on it and I feel good for about a week or two and then all of a sudden, holy shit, that childhood trauma comes back up. Because what you're going to do is you're going to keep manifesting it in future experiences. So there's no point hating anyone or anything, your parents, your lovers, anyone from the past. They served their role. They came, you crossed paths so you could learn about something, about yourself. And the same to them. You know, not unless they're doing the work, they're not going to sit back and go, geez, I wonder why Lisette and I got together at that time, you know, and all that sort of stuff. Some people just don't do that. But there's a reason. There is a reason why you've attracted and experienced everything in your life. And it's time to discover within yourself, your soul, and for you to say, Lisette, I'm lonely. I'm lonely. How am I going to shift my energy out of loneliness? If you want to do the work, get on the Esther Hicks emotional guidance scale. That's what I did when I first started out. I printed it out and I put it on because I'm very active in my own I'm a deliberate creator and I'm very active in my own development. I would look at the board and they've got a list of emotions and you find loneliness and you find where that is. And even if you can just think something new, physically do something new, distract yourself. People think distraction is just avoiding the problem when it's actually not. But choose something that you can do that's a little bit more high vibrational to move your way up that emotional scale. You are not going to go from broken to healed, from depressed to joy, from broke to abundant, unless you win the lotto. You're not gonna, you just won't make those big jumps in your life. It's a slow progress. I've been doing this work for 30 odd years. 1992 I started. So, and every single day, yes, I have traumas come up. Yes, they're attached to this and attached to that. But because I do the energy work, hence me always saying this is a lifestyle choice, I now can actually live quite a peaceful life and in states of joy. But It's taken me 30 years. So, and I'll still keep doing it until I croak it as well. So just don't put any time requisite on it, because what that actually is that you feel so terrible, you feel so horrible that you want that instant gratification. And that's when people turn to substances. That's when people turn to certain addictions. That's when people turn to all different things to compensate. And it will either be your demise, where you just can't go on anymore, like my brother, and take yourself home and make your transition, and that's cool. That's cool. Or you're just going to live a very sick, lonely life. Or, you know, I mean, there's so many ors. There's so many things that can happen. So just take your time with it. Take your time with it. And that's why Spirit, and we'll go back to what one of these notes were. You know, it's okay if you don't have everything all figured out right now. But damn hell, I can have fun finding out. That's what I do now. I sit there and go, well, it's okay, I don't have to have everything all figured out right now, but I'm going to have some fun along the way, and I'm going to have fun finding out. I'm going to have fun finding out if you don't add value to my life, if you don't honour the connections, the relationship with me, whether it's family, friends, it doesn't matter who it is. If you can't honour that and add value to my life and not just take away from me, if there's no equal energy exchange, I'm sorry. I'm just going to love you where you are, but I'm on to the next best thing. I'm on to the next best thought. I might even take a drink of my drink because I love it. This universe is so unlimited. It is so vast. Spirit have your back all the time. If you don't believe in spirit because you can't visually sort of cognitively put something on it, turn to your loved ones in spirit. You know they were alive. You know who they are. You have no idea how many ancestors at the moment. My family were doing that to me in the non-physical probably over the last 3 weeks. They're knocking at the door going, Dan, start listening. Start listening. I'm like, holy shit. Because I was just so busy, I wasn't giving myself time to do that. So, Australian. So, yeah, you've got to honour the process right now. And you need to look at all aspects of your life. And you need to know that it's okay to desire what it is that you desire. And that it's okay not to have everything figured out right now. And it's okay to start enjoying the process a little bit more without guilt or apology or anything of that nature. Do not expect anything from other people right now. Seriously. If you're expecting other people to be little shapeshifters and change just to suit you, they can do that for a minute. You can do that to them for a minute. The people pleasers. You can feather all the nest you want. It's not going to change the situation at all. Might give you some artificial peace and happiness for the next week or two or whatever. But in the long scheme of things, it's going to keep doing you over. It's just going to keep doing you over. So from now on, you guys, it's okay for you guys to do what's right for you without guilt or apology. Breathe. No, I'm driving a message home. Don't tell me to breathe. If you don't like it, you can go. You can go. You'll know where the door is. So I'm going to give you an example now of an affirmation I wrote out before I even started. And I will type this up and put it in a post. If you want to use it or copy it, a lot of people love the self-scripts in my VIP group and stuff like that. But we would love for you to say to yourself, from this moment forth, all my needs are being met. I'm happy where I am and I'm feeling joyous for no reason. I'm just here for the fun of it. I'm just here at the fun of it. I love how everything is always working out for me. I love how everything is always working out for me. Keep saying that. I love how everything's always working out for my highest good. I just love to love, and I love everyone where they are, but I'm especially going to love where I am right now. So I will write that up and post it. So I'll write that up and I'll post it for you guys if you want it. I do have something coming up in the works that may help you even more, but at the end of the day, that's the message. You've got to know that it's okay to have what you desire. So what I will do now quickly, and just remember guys, words are just words. If you're doing your energy work, hang on a second. Okay. If you want to do the energy work, just remember that words are just words. It's about you coming into yourself and into your feeling space. So only sort of do the scripting, the journaling, the writing if you feel in a sort of somewhat settled vibrational space to do it, because otherwise it'll just feel like a chore to you. It'll just feel like, well, Dan just said if I do this, then I'm going to get this result, so I'll just do it. You've got to do it because this is something that you want to shift within yourself. Sound like my wife, same story as me and her. All right, Wendy, I'll write it down. Journaling really helped me like I cannot believe. Felt like passing that on. Oh, beautiful, Johnny. Beautiful. And like I say, it's not until you do it, I can come on and preach, but it's not until beautiful souls go, you know what, friggin' we'll humour Dan. We'll humour Dan in spirit and we'll just give it a go and see what happens. Once you start doing it and it becomes a bit of a lifestyle and it's a non-negotiable for you. You just get up and you just do it anyway, no matter what everyone else is doing. It's cool. You know, it's part of your lifestyle and you can't turn back from it. And you can only manifest better. So it's amazing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a process right now. You can come back and watch this video again and just reflect on it. I'm not saying go and do this right now and this is what's going to happen. But if you fully want to start manifesting the life you desire, this is what I would do. Okay, so I've just written these down quickly because I do these all vibrationally anyway, but I do have a vision board and I do have a bit of a visual diary and stuff like that as well. A lot of people use Pinterest, you can do that as well. But at the end of the day, what I would love everyone to do for a step one moment for you is to copy down that affirmation that Spirit gave. Come into full resolution that it's okay for you to want what you desire right now. Open yourself up to receive it just by being playful and stuff. And write down all those things that you do desire. Write down the things that you desire. So I did a quick mud map before I jumped on. Obviously this is mud map. But what I want to go to Canada and I want to go to a powwow. My soul is calling me for that. So that's what I desire. My desire is to go to Canada and to attend a powwow. My next one is my desire is to have a fun, playful, harmonious relationship. I've been on my own for a very, very long time now. I feel like I'm in the best possible version of myself. So if I do attract a mate, then they're going to get the best possible version of me. Not the perfect version because we still all have our thing, but they're going to get the best of me. At all times. So that's why I put down the relationship now, because whether it comes or it doesn't really affect my lifestyle per se, but I would like to, you know, have some fun new adventures and experience some of these things with somebody that's just as joyous and happy and playful and excitable as me. So I've got the Canada powwow, I've got the fun, playful, harmonious relationship, I've got stability and security in all my work endeavours. So I haven't pigeonholed myself into anything because it's always okay to change your mind. You know, this list sometimes changes all over the place. This sometimes is my priority, sometimes this is my priority, sometimes this is my priority. I jump all over the place, but at the end of the day, this is what I desire for my life. And this is the drum that I beat to every single day. So stability and security in all my work endeavours, and a healthy bank account. So if you haven't downloaded the Money app yet by Rhonda Byrne, you can do that. That's how I started my healthy relationship with money. Obviously, everything comes down to mindset. So you got to work on your mindset as well. But knowledge is power. Just keep reading books and stuff like that. But I go shopping now and I pay for something and I go, thank you so much, universe. Thank you for this abundance that I need in my life, whether it's food, fuel, whatever. And I can't wait for this to come back to me threefold. And I always get savings. I mean, I think my grocery savings are up to, I think, $70 something in savings so far. So you'll start seeing evidence along the way that things are picking up, things are building. I want to explore more and have my senses stimulated by curiosity and excitement. So this is not challenge. This is, I want to manifest experiences in my life where they pique my curiosity, where I can trust them, and that bring me excitement. So even though that's the specific written down, I get into the feeling of it. I get into the feeling of it and I'll hold that feeling for at least a minute. So I do that, and I also got healthy life and full of vitality. So this is my desire, and I know that it's okay to want what I want. And I know it's okay for everyone to want what they want. If they don't want this as well, then they're just not meant to be on this co-creative journey with me. So that's the knowing that you can have what you want. So write it down, write the affirmation down and repeat it. Write down your desires and reaffirm to yourself that it's okay for you to want what you want. And then from that space, if you're feeling really emotionally excited about that, that's when the rest of the work comes in. It's about waking up each day and going, what's coming up today, universe? Bring it on, I'm excited. It's all the affirmations and self-scripts. Like I say, you'll always hear me banter on about them. And then you've got your physical action steps. You'll find as you do the work and you stay in alignment with your desire and you forgive everybody where they are and you forgive yourself for what you've done and found that sense of peace. This is what your desire is, what will come in for you as a result. Doesn't matter if you haven't got money for it at the moment. It doesn't matter if you haven't got the time for it at the moment. It doesn't matter, once again, if anyone wants to play in your playground. It doesn't matter. You've just got to get into conviction with this. So if you guys wanted to do that, set up that affirmation for yourself, write down your desire list, get into alignment that it's okay. It's okay to have what I want and what I desire. Then when you pop on and get the collective readings, which I'll do tomorrow for the week ahead, when you get the 1-minute messages, when you do all that, get that whatever you need from us, it'll make sense to you. And it will actually help support you in some way. So did that all make sense? I've said to myself for so long, I'm not a teacher. I don't teach this. So they softened that for me by saying I'm a mentor. You mentor it and you influence it. So for me to get on and try to mentor it is a skill that I'm still learning. So you have to bear with me. And as you know, I'm very passionate about it because there's nothing more exciting than doing the work, coming out the other side and knowing what it feels like. You just want everyone to feel the same. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Perfect sense. All right. So like I say, if you just want to do that right now, sometimes I just come back to that. Sometimes I get so far ahead of myself and so overwhelmed because once you start getting the taste for things, once you start receiving the things that you want and, you start getting it and all that sort of stuff, obviously you're going to want more. You're going to want more and you're going to want more, and that's okay. It's okay to want more because the universe is unlimited. But you do sometimes have to take a break, take a breather, come back, recalibrate, see if this has shifted in any type of way. Because it will. It will. All right, I'm going to pull some love cards, you guys. A lot of people ask me, oh, well, that's strange. There was a card stuck in the box, and that doesn't usually happen. We got resolving conflict. So if you want to resolve any type of conflict in your life, you guys, you've got to resolve the conflict within yourself. You need to get yourself back into alignment with what it is that you desire and let everybody else do what they want to do. Let it go with love. Yeah, luminosity. So that's aspects of self, the shadow part of self that's being illuminated right now, or the shadow aspects of other people that are being illuminated right now. But what's happening with everybody else at the moment, you guys, is none of your business. It's none of your business. You know, let them do what they want to do. Let them do what they want to do. Yeah, definitely cards, because that doesn't usually happen. Oh, thanks, guys. I'm doing my best. Doing my best. All right, so I'll put them back in now and we'll see if they come out again. Spirit, tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop for myself and the collective. So this can be a self-love thing, guys, if you're on the self-love journey. But if you want to manifest love and you're calling out, because it's one of the things on my desire list, this message can be for you. Holy smacks. There's going to be some reconciliations. Yeah. We've got the distorted feminine and we've got the divine masculine that come out. I better be careful with the prints, but we've got the divine masculine and distorted feminine. So when it comes to connecting in love with yourself, for yourself, I'll do it in two categories, it's easier. When it comes to yourself, it's about balancing out your masculine and feminine energies and doing the relevant energy work to achieve that so you can stand in your own divine power. Sorry, they just said don't try to fix anyone, just fix yourself, and we know that. Shut up. I shouldn't say that to them. Keep giving me the same stuff. So if you're not rendezvousing with anyone, if you're single as a Pringle and all that sort of stuff, it's because there's some divine energy work that's happening. I do see some type of reconciliation, possibly with some people, with people from the past, but you have to use your discernment. Because what Spirit are trying to do is they're trying to orchestrate and put all the relevant soulmates together at the moment. But obviously you need to be in your divine power to receive that. It is about spiritual maturity now. So it's about thinking outside the 3D right now and sort of getting a little bit more spiritually mature about things. We also got reparenting yourself. So healing from childhood trauma, trying to undo the programming, whatever verbalization, however you guys verbalize it, at the end of the day on a vibrational energetic sense is that you're learning to reparent yourself and you're learning to say that it's okay. It's okay, I can take my time with this. And it's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm not going to blame myself or be guilty because I'm the mature one and other people choose to still vibrate less than, you know. That's that self-soothing. We got actual freedom again as well. This come out in the weeklies a few times as well. So the freedom, whether it's actually, I can't say the words, I'll probably get shadow banned, but it's about freedom, liberating yourself, finding freedom with where you are. If you set up some nice healthy boundaries for yourself, the people pleasers, start saying no, because takers will never stop taking. Takers will never stop taking. If they're in a distorted version of themselves and they think the world owes them a favour and that you are to cater on them hand and foot, or you're to be there at the drop of a dime, or you're there to fix them, you know, or whatever it is, no is a full answer, you know, full sentence. Say no, set some healthy boundaries. It doesn't mean don't have anything to do with them, but go in with some healthy, mature boundaries, you know. A lot of people get offended by my boundaries because I will verbalize them. Please, you know, yeah, whatever I say. but I verbalize them, and that can be actually quite confronting to those who are being triggered by that because it's rejection to them. So just be mindful of that. But we've also got serendipity and we've got abundance. So there is an abundance, whether it's money, love, joy, prosperity, coming in for each and every one of you. And it's going to come in this lucky serendipitous moment. You line your energy up with yourself and your desire. And I'm guaranteeing you from this moment forth, over the course of probably the next 3 to 4 weeks, and this week's collective reading will be absolutely interesting to channel, because we are coming into serendipitous moments. I'm feeling good. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm talking to the right people. I'm telling them the right story. I'm loving everyone where they are. You can't come and put your toxic shit on me, and I'm not going to put my toxic shit on you. You know, we are divine. We are mature. All that sort of jazz. Boom. There's going to be some massive explosion. So this could be you lining up with your money, if that's what you're calling out for, or you're desiring. This can be stability, security in a new home, or a vehicle if you need a new vehicle. This can be relationships and connections. It can be anything for anyone. But at the end of the day, it's coming in. It's coming in. And you can tell the difference in the energy between it's coming in, like, come in, I don't want to be patient anymore. But while you're waiting for your ships to come in and you're doing the necessarily healing work and stuff like that, fill your time up with things that add value to your life. You know what that is for you. You may even want to write a sentence down in your journal. What brings value into my life? Start knowing what it is. Okay, darling, see you, Brianna. Yeah. What does your life look like? That's what I feel like I need to do right now. You need to get yourself a scrapbook. You need to sit down and have some keywords. You know, what brings value into my life? What do I find enjoyable? What is it that I desire? What do I feel is letting me down right now? List those things. If I could do, have whatever I wanted, what does that look like for me? What does it feel like? And if you don't have the actual physical specific per se, tap into the feeling of it. It feels luscious. It feels exciting. It feels passionate. It feels enjoyable. It feels never ending. It feels like I can't get enough. It's insatiable. It feels relaxed. It feels like home. It feels amazing. It feels orchestrated. It feels like I'm meant to be here. It feels like resonance. It feels amazing. It feels delicious. It feels exciting to me. It feels like I don't have to have it all figured out right now. It feels serendipitous. It feels lucky. It feels like luck. It feels abundant. It feels good to go shopping. It feels great to go shop from the nice part of the store. It feels awesome. It feels awesome to have someone love me as much as I love them. It feels great. It feels amazing. And even if you just go on that rampage without even having the specific person, place, thing, whatever, there's your starting point. There's your starting point. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, because honestly I could talk the leg off an armchair and I could probably keep going on, but I don't want to overwhelm you. Come back and rewatch that as many times as you need to, because you'll probably just keep getting little new nuggets. I will write up that affirmation and post it on my social medias. Oh, you're welcome, Jade. I'll pop it up for you. You can copy it in your journal. And what you'll probably find is that if you do it from a soul-led base, because your soul's always talking to you, the source within you, screaming volumes at you right now, you'll probably end up going on a massive rampage on your own. We're only giving you the starting point. We're only giving you the starting point. 58 on the camera. You're welcome, Bonnie. All right, I've got a couple more minutes. Does anybody want me to pull them a tarot? I know you do, Johnny. By the way, journaling for me was about dealing with all kinds of personal things. Family crap I'm letting go of, and how it's all affected me, almost like talking to a shrink. Exactly, Johnny. Exactly. And that does work. It just depends on the depth on in which it goes. Like I've done that predominantly my whole life. I've released it through verbal writing, but then I replaced it with something else. But when it comes to some things, yeah, landed me in a shrink's office. And there's no shame in that. No shame in that. All right, Spirit, let's give Johnny something. I'm just going to go general with you, Johnny, because I know you've got a lot of specifics, but I'm just going to go general with you and just see what Spirit wants you to know generally. Spirit, let's give, we're all on a journey from starting where we are right now, Spirit, whether people are willing or not. But what does Johnny need to know just to help him move forward from this moment forth? Bossing up, mate. I've got chills from head to bottom. Look, you're still anchoring yourself. What Spirit wants you to know, Johnny, is don't get too far ahead of yourself and don't fall too far behind. You don't have to come on and justify yourself either and say, I'm doing that or I'm not doing this or I'm blah, blah, blah. That it's okay. We just want this message for you to land and sit for you a little bit. But you're still in the process of laying down any sort of worries, burdens, any unwanted energy, any distorted versions of self or of your environment around you. You're learning just to release your energetic connection to them. So it's still a process, but you're on the right track. The devil energy did come out for you as well. So these are sometimes are still things that we're accepting that aren't for our highest good. I do believe in some way it is about belief systems, but that's okay. But look at you go. You got the Emperor. So you are meant to be your own boss in this life. There is great success coming in for you. You are really stepping up into your divine masculine, whether you believe that or not. You're on your way. You're not quite there yet. So remember, come back. Spirit just said to me that they love how I can come on and at least validate stuff for you. Because I think that's all you really, really need. Hey, you just need someone to notice you. Not in a look at me kind of way. You just need someone to say you're doing a great job. Because you didn't get it from family, you didn't get it from past people or whatever. But if no one's told you today, Johnny, you're doing an amazing job. We are extremely proud of you. You are going to step up into bigger, better, more bolder things. You are going to take life by the balls. You really are. And I'm sorry, I'm going to repeat the story, and please don't attach the who, what, when, why, or hows. We just want you to help encourage you to naturally flow with this. Here's the Queen of Pentacles. Here's the female that's coming in to offer financial support for you in some way. And they just told me this is just a collaborative thing. So this has got something to do with collaboration. It's like a meeting of the minds here. You both have the same idea. And it's going to be successful and it's going to it's going to pay off for you. But at the moment, you're still in this energy of, stopping the momentum of what you've always done so you can shift that to get what you've always wanted, if that makes sense. So, but you're on your way. There's no looking back now. Hey, Carolina. So I hope that helped you, Johnny. I'm glad you made it here today too. It's Spirit that's right. It's Spirit that's right. Excellent. Would anybody else like a little bit of something before I go? Will Rose be writing illustrated silly children books? If you want to. It's never Spirit and I's job to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't be doing. Basically, if it brings you fulfillment and it brings you joy and it brings you a sense of emotional excitement or anything like that, do it. Do it. Because you got the star. You need to know that you're the star of your own show, Rose. But something that you are putting out there. I think Rose, I'll just say how I get it. It's sometimes you may live in a bit of a fantasy land, and there's nothing wrong with that, because that's the actual hardest part of manifestation for a lot of people. But that fantasy land and that exaggeration and the imagination, which is a beautiful thing, that gets sort of clouded or brought down in energy by other people's opinions or other people's beliefs, or or your own beliefs. So that's a crazy idea. That's a crazy idea. There is success for you in such an endeavor, but you need to believe it first. You've got to stop listening to that shadow part of yourself. Like you thinking that it's a crazy idea, if that makes sense. So you do what you want, darling. You go for it. It's all part of the process. It's all part of the process. No, Tracy, I didn't see your question. You guys may have to, otherwise I'll just have to keep scrolling. Bonnie, Spirit wants you to know, I'm going to see if I can just do some of these just by channeling, by not turning cards. Because I'm just going to give everybody what they feel they need to know, because I can do this quicker than doing cards and that all the time. Bonnie, Spirit wants you to know that you've made all the right decisions for yourself. You're about to have a breakthrough. So if you're going through a bit of a breakdown, or you feel like you're going through a bit of a breakdown, or you just have, there's a breakthrough coming through for you. It's just about enjoying the process for now until this breakthrough comes in for you. And then your life will just make sense to you, and you'll understand why you've had to go through what you went through, or why you're going through what you're going through right now. It's because of this breakthrough, and they're showing me gold, so there must be something of significance in abundance that's on the other side for you, doll. Reconciliation with the ex. Do you really want to know the answer to that? I'm happy to answer your question. I'm not saying it's good or bad yet, Jade, but you need to, do you want to know what Spirit says about that? Yes to your question, Tracy. Yes to your question. Oh, thanks, Lisette. And thank you for saying that, because this is what I want to do. So I'll do more. Okay, Jade, let's do it. I know you need to know, but I had to make sure that you're vibrationally ready. It may be a really good answer, it may not, I don't know, but it's always for your highest good, doll. It's always for your highest good. All right, Spirit, let's go into Jade's energy for a sec. Let's go into her timeline and see about her ex. I'm not seeing it, darling. You may give it another crack. You may give it another whirl. But I think they're just going to come to you in the same costume, the same energy, the same behaviour as last time, because I feel how much you've grown as a person, no matter how hard and painful that process has been for you. I don't know whether someone's been juggling other options or anything in the background. Options can be people, places, things, other priorities, that type of stuff. Spirit are encouraging you to focus on your money and your work and your own stability and your own security. I am actually seeing you possibly getting enough money coming in so you can travel a little bit or get out there and have some experiences. But if I'm honest, that energy, your ex was a karmic. They came in to show you what you needed to know, and, to show you what you needed to know about some shadow parts of yourself. You do have new love coming in. You have new love coming in, darling. New love. Yeah, look at that, mate. If you take this ex back, look what's going to happen to you. They're going to put you in a mental prison. They're seriously going to put you in a mental prison. Spirit wants you to get out of your head and into your heart. Go traveling, go spend some money, start attracting some money. You actually have someone who's actually very financially stable and secure coming in for you, and all your emotional needs are going to be met. So, yeah. So you're welcome. That's all right. And I know it's hard, Jade, because we have energetic ties and bonds to people when it comes to exes and stuff like that. And it's hard to let go of, especially when you're very heart-centered, you know, because we love people unconditionally. And you can't sort of take that away. So sometimes when you're having a bit of a lull, you know what I mean? Like you feel like you've got no options, or you're not desirable, or you're feeling awful in yourself one day or whatever, and you start entertaining, or maybe they weren't so bad, or maybe they weren't this and all that sort of stuff. You got to go, nah, ain't happening. I will come back to my now. I will dream a little more. I will fantasize a little bit more. I'll be playful a little more. Some exes can match your energy again and come back. That's why I always say use your discernment, but love them where they are. Thank them for the experience. Write thank you letters to all their good points, all their good bits and that, because what you're going to do, darling, if you do that process, is you're going to manifest someone bigger, better, and someone who's going to satisfy you in multiple ways. So let me know. Yeah. And mental prisons are the worst. And that's why you'll hear me say a lot of people do need to see a psychiatrist or a psychologist or somebody who actually specializes with the mental health, spirituality, and, you know, me getting on and doing this and other light workers doing their thing. You can do it for a certain amount of time and stuff like that, but, you know, we've got to really look after our mental health. So, awesome, Jade. Awesome. All right, you guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. I will get that affirmation written up for you, and you can do what you wish with it. I will be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. to channel our psychic insight and guidance for the week ahead, because I am not going to be available over the weekend. So as much as I love doing my Sunday sessions and all that sort of stuff, I kind of need weekends as well. But I thank you all so much for your wonderful, wonderful feedback. I am going to do more of this. Spirit is calling me to. There's just something about me sitting in front of the camera going, hey, how you going, and all that, and then uploading it. It's just not floating me boat. You know what I mean? And it's not, I want to come on and be interactive, and I'll try to shift the times around as well, so I can sort of help people in different time zones, or people who do work during the day. I might do some night sessions and stuff like that. It depends on how many readings I have during the day. If I've got back-to-back readings, to do something like this of a night, I can get it energetically. It's just verbalizing it. Oh, you're very welcome, Rose. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. The work you are doing is important, appreciated. Oh, thanks, Bonnie. That means a lot. Thank you. Oh, excellent. Yeah, I'll do more lives. All good, Johnny. And I'm so, like I say, always just come, take what you need, leave the rest. But in the meantime, keep smiling, keep remembering your worth. Remember that you are a creator of your own reality. So there's no point blaming, projecting, doing anything like that. Nothing's going wrong, everything's going right. And we are heading into a really, really, really wonderful time. And it's just about merging into that right now. So anyway, I could keep talking because I love you all so much. Yeah, I'll see you again in the morning, but keep an eye out for that post. All right, guys, thanks. Bye.